speed bumps upon us. So we have a new game to announce for you tonight. I will say Skulljagger is finished. Really interesting developments on that. And take the record again by 40 seconds or so. Jacob Storm was not able to take that time back, but he got close. He got really close, so he's in second place, and Patty's in third. That's what we got for Skulljagger, and it's done. Our new game is here. So I'd love to see those last two games continue to get improved on.
It's time for new game.
That's right, let's go do that. New game. Are you ready to read description?
Oh, I'm gonna have to read very fast. Yeah, let's go. We got this.
Okay, here we go. Let me adjust this one over here real quick. And game. Ophidia.
Sorry, every time I hear this music,
I understand.
I'm bopping. Consume all life as a serpentine demigod in Ophidia. A decree has been made, all worlds must be purged so life may begin anew. Play as the legendary Norse Ouroboros, sent down from the heavens to cleanse Yggdrasil, the world tree of all beings. Encircle your enemies to devour them and grow in size. Each foe behaves differently and offers new challenges. Take down bigger and bigger enemies as you grow longer and demonstrate your fearsome power by leaving none alive. Travel through 5 beautiful worlds, each accompanied by a myriad of unique creatures, a breathtaking score, and challenging gameplay. Without a fight, there is no true victory. Bosses of different worlds possess unique powers. Defeat each one to truly cleanse the world and progress to the next.
Yeah. This should be a really friendly game to play. Really nice. After the last two,
Dang.
I think we're in for. So you're gonna play some for us?
Yeah, I'm happy to play a little bit. I fired it up. Smite sent me a list of a few games he was thinking about. He said, look, we've been doing a lot of platformers lately, and kind of mid-month we were both busy with things. I had AGDQ, and so gave me a quick list of stuff, and I fired up Ophidia as one of them, and it bops, and I'm ready for it. This game is wild. I played through the tutorial and the first level, and it is super optimizable. Actually, very good. The version that we're playing is the itch.io version, so there is a version on Steam for $5. If you like this, I recommend that you check it out, especially if a leaderboard is going to be made. Probably should have both the itch.io version and the Steam version separate, but you can get the itch.io version for free. It is just the first 4 levels. I believe there are more levels in the Steam version, but it's just the first 4 levels, so it should be a nice little, just tiny little taste of the game. And we hope that you like.
I'm really quickly going to start the clock while I edit the rest of this stuff here. So you have, let's see, what's the date? We're looking at the 1st at midnight. 11:59 p.m. on the 1st of February is when this is over. So let me type that in real quick.
The prizes are for the itch.io version. So if you have the Steam version, that's not the one we're going to be competing on. I'm recommending that you check it out because I think this game owns. But the competition we're doing here is going to be on the itch.io version. It's free. It only represents the first 4 levels. We have been trying very hard, despite the fact that there are a number of kind of interesting games on Steam. We've been very much trying to avoid picking any games that anyone would have to pay for, in absence of a really serious sale going on. Look, if Steam's policies still allowed us to buy copies of a game and let them sit in our inventory, I'm sure Smite and I would both buy 10 copies of cool games when they were on sale, but it has to basically be a good game that's on sale at exactly the time we want to start the event, and if anyone wants to join late, sorry, they're out of luck.
Yeah, I can't really do too much about that. I'm trying to figure out where my... Oh, never mind. I see where it is. I'm a dope. Refresh this. I need to publish these changes, and then we should be good on the clock. The clock should now accurately reflect your time. So you actually have 2 weeks and 5 days left. We're not that far into the month. I thought
I
it
think
was.
this should be. I think this should be a really nice game. It's played entirely with a mouse. It's a relatively straightforward game. I think it seems like it has a lot of room for optimization. So I'm looking forward to seeing people play it. Hopefully, hopefully this is satisfactory for the people who are wanting us to stay away from the platformers a bit. We're definitely not going to try to just do a whole bunch of platformers. So
I'm looking forward to this one. Like I was watching it. I haven't played it myself, but I was watching it and it looked really relaxing and fun. Just the kind of game that like reminds me of like Spore Level 1, that bacteria fight kind of thing. It's like
Right.
that idea conceptually. It's different though. Are you ready to play?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go for it. It's relatively challenging too. It's not trivial to do quickly. So, I think this game's gonna have a lot of room for optimization. I know I said that already, but I'm really hopeful this game optimizes pretty well.
Give me just a second while I fix the scene.
Yeah, no problem. I'm on Arcade Pit 1.
Yeah, I figured. Hey, there it is. Should be good.
All right. Cool. This game was acting a little bit for me playing in full screen mode. So if you're having problems, I would recommend running it in windowed mode. But I'm gonna kick it off and get going. So I think I need to figure out how to. I figured this out once. Okay, I hit reset here. Yes, reset the game. There we go.
I'm gonna go ahead and make some website updates real quick while you get started.
Okay. So the game teaches you here, you have to eat your own tail as you surround something in order to absorb it. But you have to be really careful because if you bite into your own body, not your tail, you'll actually like chop your body off at that point. So it's non-trivial. There's definitely some points in which it gets a little bit challenging because of that. But the ultimate goal seems to be that each stage has a boss in it, and they're relatively large and aggressive, and you need to be big enough to be able to wrap around them. See right there. I bit into my own bot. No! Having a bad time already, I'll be honest with you.
So this is not a Flash game, right? It's a standalone.
No. No, it's a Unity game.
And it is on Steam, but if we can avoid, like Arthur was saying, if we can avoid a cost game, unless I have like 50 keys to give out, I absolutely would buy 50 copies of a game.
Oh, you know, we never explored the idea of just like messaging game devs and asking them for a bunch of keys.
It probably would happen, especially for some of the ones I've talked to you about. I've definitely got access to a lot of keys for stuff like that, but I don't know how many people ultimately we would need keys for. Probably, based on what I've seen, probably in the neighborhood of 20.
So this is the actual, the first real level, and the game does get slightly more challenging as you get through. The enemies that you are trying to eat have interesting movement patterns that make them kind of difficult to grab.
So you gotta encircle stuff and then bite your ass.
Yeah, once you've wrapped around it, if you eat your own tail while you're surrounding something, that thing gets absorbed, and you become longer.
That's what I was getting out of what I was watching.
No. if you do lose a part of your body, it will respawn an enemy, so you never hit a like true fail state, as far as I can tell.
I feel like there's, I mean, just watching you go here, no mistakes already, obvious, but even then, doing this quickly is going to be a super hard thing to master, and it just feels like it won't be a painful thing to master, it's just going to be tough.
Yeah, that was kind of my feel as well, is that it's one of those games that there's a lot of room for optimization, but I think once you sort of figure out how enemy patterns work and move around efficiently, it's I don't know. It seems like it's got a lot of. I was surprised to find there was no speedrun.com board for this, because it seems like the sort of game that someone out there would have been interested in trying out and optimizing. No.
I'll be sending out payments for Skulljagger as well. Like I said, Finn did win that Jingle Storm right behind, and Patty's in third. That's the current record board for that as well.
So all this is in service of hopefully eventually becoming large enough to ensnare the boss that's in the middle. And once you do that, you move on to the next level. And as far as I know, the itch.io version only is 4 levels long.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like too long.
If this guy spots you, flies away, so you gotta catch him fast.
I'm curious what it means by bosses, but it didn't say. It said the bosses stand still.
Yes, the guy in the middle is the boss. So there's this beetle in the middle. But he will attack you if you get close to him and start to circle him, and that will take away bits of your body. Oh, I don't agree with that one. That was cheap.
Okay, website's all up to date. We're good. We're looking ready. Slightly
so
overdue.
Big boss is awake now, and he's not happy. So let's see if I can get him. Well, that's bad. And now I'm smaller. Get away.
There's a whole lot of... Is this what they call a homebrew game? I'm a little confused on the terminology. What I call a homebrew game seems to have changed over time. But there's a whole lot of games like that that they don't necessarily have a cost to them, and they're not just indie. They're made. I'm actually not really sure what the difference between indie and homebrew is, but homebrew is always meant to me a little bit ROM hacky.
Yeah,
kind of feel.
I think that's the intended interpretation of that term. All right.
Hey, nice.
So I got the first boss.
Nice job. We wanted a shorter game because of we're losing 2 weeks here out of the month, but I think you got plenty of time for this, and it's not too long at all, from what I can tell.
Yeah, it's unlike some of the other games we've done where the real challenge is just being able to complete a run. I think this is going to be a relatively satisfying one for a lot of people, because I think it's pretty achievable to just finish a run, and for those who are really gung-ho about it, going from there to optimizing based on like enemy patterns and stuff like that, I just think there's a lot of good room for just trying out. I mean, if this is your first speed bump that you're considering getting involved with, I mean, this actually might be a great one for it. It's chill, the expectations are low, the demands are low for being able to play this game, so... Oh, your boy got them both.
There we go. Thanks for the host, Psych. How was Majora's Mask?
I don't think enemies should be able to teleport. That feels illegal.
I wonder if you get any abilities in this.
So the description of the game seemed to suggest that there was some sort of abilities that get earned as you kill bosses, but I mean, the game hasn't communicated to me that I earned anything for beating the previous level.
We'll take a look at the Steam page.
The Steam version adds support for controllers. That's supposedly a big element of it. So if you're, while that's not the version we're interested in for this, if that does interest you, you may want to check it out.
It's possible that the Steam game added boss powers or something.
God, that guy's so rude. He bounced me into myself. You sort of ricochet off of things that you run into, so you have to be really careful because you'll very often cross yourself if you bounce off of something.
I like this art.
The score is beautiful for this game too. It's extremely loud in my ears right now, but
We hear it.
It is. My eardrums are being blasted out by great music.
So you're gonna have to try and figure out just how long you need to be to quickly get the boss getting.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you have to kill every enemy, but it does seem like you might need most of them. It's hard to tell for sure. The boss doesn't even seem to wake up until you're at a length where you would be able to challenge it.
Yeah, you're only halfway. As long as you are, you're not even close. He doesn't care about you.
Yeah, I haven't been playing this one particularly well, but I think nonetheless, I think this does kind of demonstrate that there's a lot of room for like good movement and understanding how enemies move around and what their mechanics are and how you can use that to go very fast in this game.
Did the double bite. This Ouroboros snake monster is you for a change. So you can absolutely just wrap a circle around all four of these then.
Probably, yeah. So now I'm big enough to have awoken the boss.
That definitely worked. You just got a really big score. And it took a while to calculate how big a score that was on you.
There we go. Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, so we're sort of paving the path here. I would say that the speedrun does start from the tutorial. Since when you reset your progress, you have to play the tutorial again anyway. I would say the tutorial is part of it, and it's upon losing control after the fourth boss.
Yeah. Maybe you can beat this whole thing here. Maybe we'll see an ending.
Yeah, the page we were looking at when you referred me to this game said that most casual playthroughs can be completed in under an hour. Which means I kind of envision that the speedrun could realistically be as low as something like, 10 minutes. I think that's maybe pushing it for this. This doesn't seem like it would be quite that fast, but, that kind of space is what I'm imagining.
Trying to find somebody beating the whole thing.
Oh, gosh. I'm getting owned by this guy.
It is a mobile game too, it looks like. That doesn't surprise me, based on the controls.
Well, that was mean.
It's on the Android. If you want to practice on the go, but I think ultimately you're going to need this version. We don't want to mix the versions too much. Unless we can determine that they're very, very similar.
I just want to encircle this one guy. Man, these pigeon-looking idiots are really tough to grab.
I saw that it was Darwin, I think, in the chat in Speed Bump was saying that we're looking for obscure games, and that's not really true. We're looking for games that don't have records. That doesn't mean they're obscure, but this one is. This one kind of got looked over. I feel like this is one of these underappreciated kind of games that it's on 3 platforms and nobody has a record for it. And,
yeah, the reality is what we really want are games that the record has room for improvement.
Yeah. This game here, it's just got no Let's Plays at all on YouTube at all. Like I can't find any video footage, so happy to do it. But it's not that it's obscure that drew me to it. It's that it's good and that the record isn't there. It's beatable. Those two things. Its length is a good fit for this current thing that we're looking for, so it just hits a lot of marks. And it's not a platformer. It's not another heckin'... I had 2 platformers I was looking at compared to this, and I decided to try and avoid that.
Those guys are too fast for me.
Oh no!
I'm actively making my situation worse by the moment.
Too greedy.
Bouncing off of enemies is so dangerous. You almost always end up flying right back into yourself.
If you have powers, they would probably be on the Z button. ZX, C. That's what I would expect. But I don't think you do. I see a video of developers playing it. I'm going to take a look, but if they don't do anything special, I'm going to assume that you don't have powers. Until I see otherwise.
Nice. Why would he freeze me? I just want to eat any of them. This is so hard. Yeah, I didn't have really high expectations for this when I fired it up at first. It just seemed like sort of a snake game. I couldn't see how it would be all that difficult, but this game has impressed me on its speedrunning merits for the most part. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
The category, it was definitely homebrew and abandonware that I was looking for, and this is not really either of those, but it was lumped in with them. There's a lot of, I don't want to say trash, but I kind of do, trash in that, like games that I would never use. Like one of the best games in there is like Lawnmower, and I think people would lose their minds if I gave them Lawnmower to speedrun.
That game's also been really heavily speedrun.
Man, how do you stand a game like Lawnmower for more than 5 minutes?
It's actually intensely optimized.
I can tell, but it's so boring. It is so boring. It is the most boring game in the world.
Yeah, I get that. Alright, pigeons. It's you and me, baby. No! Why are they smarter than I am? We should have never given pigeons tools.
Yeah, people can speedrun anything. I mean, we could give you a game like Quap, and I'd be happy with it. If it weren't already optimized.
The pigeon is smarter than I am.
Clever bird. I mean, that checks out. I bet birds are smarter than snakes that eat themselves. I'm not seeing any special powers or anything. It looks like they're just snaking around. They're in the same level as you, and I haven't seen anything strange.
I'm really trying hard not to get dunked on here again. This level really ramped up the challenge. Ooh boy.
Does the boss pop out of there and snap at you?
I think he's just swimming underneath, but I imagine he'll pop up once he's ready.
Well, nobody can say this game is like Skulljagger. We're done with that for the moment. We'll be back to platformers someday. But at least for January, you're free. If you wanted to try something else. Completely different. And we'll see if Finn can dominate this one as well. A completely different category. As far away as you can get. Like, did you get frozen?
Yes, the giant fish freezes you once he catches you. He's very hard to encircle. I'll tell you, I've attempted him now 3 times, and every time I've been outplayed. He's got a real powerful gamer energy that I was unprepared for.
You really need a lot of power to beat this boss.
Well, I keep running into myself and breaking off part of my body, which makes me have to, got him! Which makes me, which respawn to enemies, so... Yeah, this one must be a real big boy. Okay, don't freeze me. Don't freeze me. Just, No! I had him!
Oh, jeez.
Got him.
What happens if you bite your tail and there's nothing in it?
Nothing.
Looks like it's pretty fair about being in the right place to bite your tail. It looks like it always gives it to you.
Yeah, I've only one time went for my tail and cut it off and thought it was questionable. Most of the time, I feel like if you're pretty close, then it's cool with it.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think it's the game letting me know that the boss is awake and angry. Okay.
Going straight for him, huh? I think he's gonna chomp you if you mess up here.
Yep, I just got chomped.
Oh man, that sucks. Oh yeah, the tail is changing segments based on what it was that you ate.
Oh, is it? Is the pattern based on the things that I ate? That's actually really cool. I didn't even notice that.
A history of death. This entire snake is nothing but bragging rights.
My body is a storied history of the murders I've committed.
This looks like if you tighten the circle, you don't need too much. Oh man!
Oh, I guess we're back to eating fishies.
If it weren't for that one little kink in your chain there where it fell off, I think you would have had it.
I agree. I felt pretty good about that one, to be honest. All in all, really cool premise, and it plays really well.
This jumping guy is really obnoxious. Okay. You just need to not get bitten until it's too late.
Got it.
So we're thinking there's just one stage left.
Yep, this should be the last stage, theoretically. So these moths were in an earlier level, and they always seem to follow the light sources. So looks like there's a bunch of moving light sources, and that is how you can predict the movement of these moths.
I should have been timing you. I'm gonna figure out what your time looks like here. I have a record in my VOD here. I'm gonna pull it up. Then we can have an actual time for the. You'll be the first.
Existing world record.
Yeah. Something to beat. I'm sure people have beaten this before, but there's no record of it, especially for speed, anywhere that I could find.
Oh god. Oh god. This game gets intense right at the end. Oh boy.
You're doing fine. It's fine. Are you doing fine? I can't actually tell. Oh.
I got frozen and then attacked by a variety of guys who all basically cut me back down to size. Oh.
Okay, so we're saying as soon as
I lose control after eating the boss of this level, I think that would be time.
And as soon as you hit yes, you want to play the tutorials when it starts.
Yes.
Okay, it jumps you right in. So you reset progress, and then...
Gotta be careful not to get frozen by that guy. He's savage. Trying really hard to not get greedy, but this game really makes you go for it sometimes.
Well, I can tell you you've been going for about 20 minutes. A little bit more than 20 minutes.
Okay.
I think you're looking at, if you beat it real quick here, 25 minutes is about what you're at. But I can tell you exactly how long it is once you're done.
Yeah, and I wouldn't describe this playthrough as having been good in a speedrunning sense, so I mean maybe like low teens is probably something realistic. Maybe even sub 10 minutes. I mean I wouldn't be surprised to hear sub 10 minutes, I have no context. This level actually seems a lot more straightforward now that I figured out the secret, which is don't get anywhere near this idiot when he's shooting his laser beams.
Chat's saying the Steam version is the same game, but just with controller support and other modes, so maybe we can use it.
Okay.
If
so,
people
like
want to
same
buy
length.
it. We have to double check and make sure that's true, but I mean, if it is, then it might have lower load times or something. Speedrun.com is capable of telling us what version you're on at least.
Yeah, we can sort of just have people tell us what version they're playing on, and if it seems to be distinctly different, then we can separate them later. Are we actually big enough? Oh, God. You just said go away.
That is an absolute bird-ass move to do, just kicking like that.
Get out of my room! I need to find something so I'm slightly bigger. I think I'm a little short.
Going for the bird. It looks like he looks in the direction he's gonna flap.
Yeah, but it's really hard to, like, know how long it's gonna take him to do it. I think I might not be long enough anymore. Get out of there! Get out of there, tail!
I think you have, like... It looks like you have, like, 5 seconds before he swings after he looks. So, not so bad. It doesn't sound so bad, but wrapping the snake takes, like, 15
You
seconds.
jerk!
Oh, no. That was a disaster.
It's okay, we'll go around and collect all of our bird friends again.
Yeah,
These birds were savage. When I got frozen by the owl's wing beam, whatever, they all like came at me and cut me way down. Okay,
looks like he's
we're in.
swinging his wings regardless of you. He just does it. So I guess with timing, you could come in like you just did it perfect. You're just not big enough. Oh no.
All right, I think I just need to. I need to grow my little wormtail.
Yeah, I think what you just did was exactly right. You just couldn't complete the circle.
God. Sometimes there's just a bad angle. No one tells you how hard it is to eat your own tail. They don't warn you about this. See, and then the birds just like all converge on me as soon as I get frozen.
Al is a high target enemy.
Yeah, as soon as you're big enough to eat him, you probably want to go for him immediately.
So close. It's like you got Dracula down to like 3 HP and he took you out. You gotta do the whole stage again.
God, I hate how spot on that metaphor was. God! Get out of here, owl. This is a surprising combination of being a game that I actually think has a pretty decent challenge to it, while not, while being still pretty peaceful and relaxing. This game is not trivial to complete, though it's not particularly long.
It'll be our shortest one yet, even if it takes you another 5 minutes to do this. And even then, like, this is definitely your first playthrough.
Yeah.
So not a world record that's 30 minutes that we're looking at here. Really, I mean, it technically probably is actually, but it certainly isn't one that's been worked on. What do people think about this game? Y'all looking forward to? Who's playing this? I saw Poltergeist talking about waiting for a puzzle game or something. That's not this, but it's not a platformer.
Yeah, we've still got some puzzle games sort of on the list that we need to investigate a little more, and definitely not for a month that we only have like 12 days, so.
All that's left is this one horrible electric bird.
I'm actively making my situation worse. That I feel like that's really the catchphrase for this, or the tagline for this game. 1 step forward, 20 steps back.
Just eat the bird. The bird.
Just
Oh
eat the
no.
bird.
Oh jeez. The bird ate the snake.
That bird boy in the middle is a lot bigger than I was expecting him to be when I tried to circle him. So I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace here.
It might be wise to get as big as you possibly can. And this one.
What? How did I get hit? I have some concerns. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go for it again.
You're quite large.
I'm not gonna go in yet.
The timing is bad.
Yeah.
Can you make it? I don't think you're gonna make it.
I'm not big enough. Yeah, I think you have to be pretty much as big as possible
Unless
in
you
order
can
to have a chance.
Unless you can cut corners harder than you think you can.
Yeah, the problem is if you get too close to him, you bounce away and you end up sort of creating these uneven lines.
I think we're gonna see some world records fall apart on this guy, and it's gonna be really frustrating for players.
It will be interesting to see if people really take the time to like work out, okay, you need exactly these enemies, and that will grant you just enough size to make it work. I'm interested to see if people like cut it that tight, you know.
Are you big enough
like
now?
Some people in the chat seem to already be taking a look at the game. That's nice to see that I might not have the default world record when I finish because someone is going to beat me to it. That would honestly be well deserved because this is not going perfectly.
A crushing victory. A Pyrrhic finale. You beat it, but you're already a loser. You're already second place. Can't believe this.
Okay, I think that's everything in the stage at this point.
Looks to me like you have plenty of time.
Got him.
Hey.
That's it. As soon as you lose control, that'll be the timer.
Okay, I'm gonna measure that in a second here and tell you what your time is. Just making sure we're done, right? I'll put this video on YouTube in a minute too, so that it's up there as well. Make sure everybody sees our January announcement.
Yeah, that's the game. I took a look at it a few hours ago and instantly knew that this one is probably really, really appropriate for speedrunning. I'm looking forward to seeing people do some really absurd short runs of this. You know, my estimate of time is probably way off. I bet there's going to be some people who are able to pull off, 5 to 10 minute runs with some real optimization. So,
okay, I've got some time markers. I just need to measure some time here, and I'll tell you, your time's a little over 30 minutes.
that doesn't sound like a good time, but we had fun. I'd never played it before.
30. Okay.
Really, really cool game.
One second. Your time is 32 minutes and 30 seconds. Ish.
That's a good time.
32:30.
I look forward to, if I put that on the leaderboard, I look forward to being that guy that has the 30-minute run on a 5-minute category. Yeah, it sounds like Flaming Rock probably already beat my time.
Nice work, Flaming Rock. Go ahead and upload that. Hey, we gotta start a board. Do you know how to do that in authorblues? I don't know anything about that. Is that a
Yeah,
thing?
if someone makes the records a video of it, I can submit it to make a leaderboard.
Okay. Well, the official time is 32:30, and I can cut the clip for you if you're interested. Authorblues. I don't think we should though. It's fine. Thanks for joining me. That's what we got for you folks. So this time a $50 bounty for first place. I don't think we're doing second and third. Maybe I will. Should we do that? I think if we have more than 10 people actively playing, I'll do second and third, and I'll let you know otherwise next week how it looks. If we have 10 people submit records, then I'll do the first top 3. Otherwise, I'm only doing first.
Second and third, only a finish first.
That sounds good.
That's what Kata said.
That's a good plan. Well, I'm enjoying the music still. I'll find somebody to host over to. Are you doing a broadcast tonight, Ophidia?
Probably not.
Okay. I'll just host somebody randomly here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Good luck on the runs. We should be on at 9:15 on Sunday, as usual. Again after this, right?
I have PAX South next weekend.
Really?
So if we can do it like on Monday late or Tuesday, that'd be better. But
okay,
I should otherwise not have any other conflicts.
I think we can look at Monday, same time then, 9-ish Monday. That sounds fine. We'll see you then, folks.